Welcome to the show, Natalie Nunn.
Hi. Thanks, guys.
Now, she was the first person to be evicted from this year's Celebrity Big Brother. There she goes. She's a reality star in her own home in America and is best known for a show called Bad Girls Club. Now, the show is much like Big Brother, I guess, but the difference is that they are all women and they all are known for their combative natures. Maybe that's probably the best way I can put it. Natalie, were you your usual self in the house?
I feel like I was me. I'm always going to be Natalie. I'm a very outspoken person. But I felt a little bit caught off guard. And the reason why was because I was in a house with very unfamiliar faces and coming from America and being in a cast with people that I really had no idea who they were kind of threw me off because all I was trying to do was get to know everybody. And I just felt like there was so much dishonesty going on in the house. And it was so hard for me to even just ask them if they were single, married, anything. There was just a lot of lying, and I just it was just like I was just so off guard, like thrown off guard.
Really? Well,
yeah.
I mean, you may have been off guard, but it didn't stop you from sounding off, didn't it?
No.
So let's just remind ourselves of when you were in the house having a go at everybody, not actually, as you say, not being honest about their past.
I would like to know things about people.
Then you should.
I don't live in the UK, so I don't know what your guys'
Then you should ask them
things
individually.
are.
I think
I have asked individually, and I'm asking again, Ryan. I have the right to ask what I want to ask.
You're asking me.
No, I asked the room, sweetheart. I asked
but
the
I'm in a room full of people.
Hold on, wait a minute. You just said you don't want to know, but some people might want to know, and I'm me, Natalie Nunn. I'm asking though. I'm just because we're all sitting here.
You're asking a massive group of people.
And we were gonna talk. You guys don't live in America. You guys are not in Hollywood. I don't know you guys. It's not that big of a deal.
No, you let it rip, darling. Now, on Friday, we had Kevin, I think it is, who does the television review for us. He said Americans see reality TV as a skilled profession. In other words, you're kind of putting on a show because you feel this is what I have to do. Were you putting on a show?
Honestly, not really. I was getting really frustrated. I think it was just a breaking point for me because this season was the eye of the storm, which told me that everybody had done something in the media to cause a storm. And I'm a married woman. I'm living in a house with men and other women. We're showering like in the same bathrooms. We're sleeping in the same room together. And when I asked some of the guys if they were married or what their status was, they were saying they were single. And then someone else in the house would say, no, he has a wife. And then someone else would turn around and say, oh, he just had a baby 7 weeks ago. And they're sleeping in the bed with other girls. And I just started feeling like I was finding myself like, what is going on here?
Well, we have to say they weren't actually doing anything. But I tell you what struck me, because I watched the show on Friday night, and you looked absolutely stunned. Oh. And there was a stunned silence in the room when they said you were going to be evicted. Did you really genuinely not expect it?
I thought that the British public would have been a little more open-minded in the sense that I was coming in blindsided and really was trying to get to the bottom of a lot of the situations, asking about people's political views, asking about people's religious views. I was just having normal conversations, and they always escalated. And they escalated, I feel like, because no one wanted to be honest. They just wanted to hide things. So as soon as I would say something about like, oh, do you feel that we should build the Trump wall, like this wall in America, everybody would run. Yeah. If I asked them, hey, do you know about the Flint water crisis that's going on in America? Because the first week was all about the White House, was the tasks we were playing. So
well, I suppose they were interested to know what was happening, but
they weren't. They weren't. They were so scared. They would just run. They would just literally run from any topic, and it was like, oh my God.
Gemma, I know there's something you want to ask.
Well, I wonder, looking back now with hindsight, it's always a wonderful thing. Do you have any regrets at all? I know a couple of people cried as a result of conversations, but
I live my life being me at all times. So I don't feel like I have any regrets. The only thing I would say is that I guess honesty in in the UK can come across, I don't know, a little bit harsh at times when I was just kind of like, trying to get people to speak up.
Maybe it's a cultural difference. Maybe it's not honesty, though. Maybe it's just how...
But I think you've got a point there, because Jermaine Pennant, who's the former Arsenal-Liverpool player, is in the house, and you didn't know he was married, or wouldn't answer the question. He is actually married, and he's sort of teaming up with Chloe.
With a girl, and I didn't know. And so when I did say, someone said, Jermaine's married. I was like, Jermaine, are you married? He said, no. And I was like, wait,
Martin.
I can't even get an answer.
Quick question. So Kirstie Alley, the only other American in the house, is a vocal Donald Trump supporter. You didn't get on. I wonder why that might have been.
Well, I would say that I have a different political view than she does. I am not for Trump, and I had no problem speaking that. And I also was willing to even have political conversations with her in regards to, she was the president of the Big Brother house for the first week. And so I was like, do you feel that because one of the tasks was building the wall, and I didn't want to participate in that. This is a huge thing in our country, and I was like, I don't want to build this wall. And so I turned to Kirstie and said, do you believe we should really be building a wall in real life, not in the Big Brother world? And it was like, I don't want to talk about that. And I was like, nobody wants to talk about anything around here. What are we going to do today?
The weather.
The weather.
Lizzie.
Natalie, can I ask you, do you think your downfall was the argument over the chair with Chloe? Because I have to say, I couldn't believe when you were really going for her about her sitting on a chair, and it wasn't actually your chair, was it?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. They only showed you guys some of the whole situation, and Chloe and I had just jumped in the swimming pool together in our clothes, just having fun. We get out of the swimming pool, and I went to take a shower and change into dry clothes. Chloe decided to lay in her bed first, dripping wet still in her clothes, and then pass her vanity chair, Gabby's vanity chair, and then sit in my vanity chair wet.
But it wasn't your vanity chair.
We kind of had a thing, like that was hers, that was Gabby's, and this one was mine. Because our makeups were at these stations. So it was like, she like purposely sat in the chair.
I think we heard all that on the programme. I tell you what we do want to know. In 2 words, who do you think is going to win?
Sally Morgan.
Wow. Right, we'll keep a watch on that.